I'm Erin Anderson. I am the founder and CEO of Olivia Management, an artist management company here in Nashville. I have been running this company for about 6.5 years, and I'm excited to tell you some of my tips. So here are 5 tips for artists that are trying to grow their career. These are from my experience and a handful of years in the industry working with artists that are growing and trying to take it from a small fan base to a large fan base where you can actually make a living playing music. So I think the biggest one and the first one is to show up. I think a lot of artists, it's great to stay home and write songs and work on your craft, but you also have to be in the community. You have to invest. If you want people to come to your shows, go to other people's shows. If you want to get to know folks in the industry, show up to things. And in every city that you're in, there are always a handful of community events and activities and things you can go to. For example, in Nashville, we've got a lot of really great writers' nights and open mics and events where you can go every single week, usually for free, and hear great up-and-coming songwriters and perform and get to know people and meet people in the industry that are there scoping talent. So my first piece of advice is show up. My second piece of advice is then follow up. And if you have the chance to have a great conversation with an agent or another musician or a manager and you have a great rapport and you have a great connection, follow up on that and find them on the internet and message them within a few days and say it was great meeting you. A lot of times I find myself doing this. I'll meet an artist, I think they're awesome, I give them my card, and then I get busy and I kind of forget, and they never follow up with me. And especially if someone gives you permission, if someone says to you, hey, keep me posted on your career, let me know what you're up to, or keep me in the loop, make sure you do that and don't forget to follow up. Another piece of advice I have for up-and-coming artists is don't waste all of your time and energy looking for agents and managers. Spend your time and energy on your craft, on your art, on creating relationships, on digging into your community, on growing and engaging a fan base. And if you do that and you do it well and you focus on that, the good agents and managers are going to know about it. They're going to be aware, they're going to find you. But if you spend all of your time trying to connect with agents or trying to connect with managers, you're really just spinning your wheels, and all of that time would be so much better served in creating a weekly video series on your Facebook page, or writing more songs, or co-writing, or playing more shows. Those are the things that are going to drive agents and managers to discover you. And a lot of times artists are reaching out to me looking for management, and there's nothing there to manage yet. So, your job as an up-and-coming artist is to create something to manage. And have something going on and have some revenue streams coming in. Which brings me to my next tip, which is focus on creating revenue streams for yourself. Agents and managers are commission-based, and if there's no income coming in, there's nothing there for them to commission. And absolutely it is their job over time to bring in more for you, but it's not instantaneous and nobody wants to work for free. So if you can go out and focus on creating revenue streams for yourself, you can become much more attractive to potential agents and managers. Revenue streams like sync licensing or publishing, streaming and download sales of songs, merchandise revenue, touring revenue, some other stuff that's not quite as common, like maybe you create a YouTube series and you monetize your YouTube videos, create something else that you're selling that is adjacent to the music but might not be recorded music. All of those things that add up to a revenue stream, A, make it easier for you to make a living doing music, and B, make you so much more likely to get the attention of a manager or an agent and get them on your team because you've created revenue streams for yourself. My fifth and final tip to artists is to focus on the art and focus on being authentic and focus on figuring out who you are as an artist and what your voice is and what your sound is. If an artist comes and sits with me and says, I just want to look like what is cool, what do you think is the coolest thing I should look like? Or I just want to sound like what people are looking for, I always tell them they're asking the wrong question. People are true lifelong fans of authentic art. So spend your time as an artist figuring out what that is and who you are, and that's the time that it'll start to connect with people and you'll start to click with people and you'll start to see things take off. When you stop trying to please the machine or society or pop culture or whatever, and you're you and you focus on your art and the art you want to make, that's when it's going to connect with people and you're really going to see things take off. If you want to know more about my company or my story or who we manage, go to oliviamanagement.com and you can read all about us. We also have all the social channels, Olivia Management on Facebook, Olivia Management on Instagram and Twitter. See you there.